Okay. We back, man. Welcome back to 2-3 Visions, man. Your host, motherfucking Solo, man. You know, today we're gonna be reading uh the black man's guide to understanding the black woman. This is episode 2. If you missed episode 1, you can go back and watch it on YouTube. Before we started off, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I'd like to thank the Most High for blessing everybody, waking everybody up, looking out for our families and friends and enemies. With that said, we're going to get right into this video, and then we're going to get to the reading.
I was punk right then. Okay, I felt the blues back then. Street pains right now.
Hey, yo, foreigner, you crazy for this.
Let's go. Yo, the bang. From the corner, get a sack, there Reeves. Niggas always fucking off the back for no reason. Get a check like Nike, this ain't no Adidas. They love me in New York, they treat me like I'm Jared Jeter. From the corner, get a sack, there Reeves. Niggas always fucking off the back for no reason. Get a check like Nike, this ain't no Adidas. They love me in New York, they treat me like I'm Jared Jeter. Niggas out here scared to get a sack, will it be me? Everybody know I play a rap, Venus Serena. Big formation, bitch, I nicknamed her Selena. If I shoot my shot, I don't miss Gilbert Arenas. Niggas know they ain't seeing me, John Cena. From the corner, get a sack, nigga, Derek Reeves. Niggas always fucking off the back for no reason. If the laws get behind this bitch, and I'ma leave 'em. Get a check like Nike, but this ain't no Adidas. They love me in New York, they treat me like I'm Jared Jeter. Cross a nigga over, I'm Jimmy Butler with this heater. Niggas know I keep a Drew Brees, that's a Nina. Fuck it like I brought my bitch a brand new Beamer. My pop still riding old school Catalina. From the corner, get a sack, there Reeves. Niggas always fucking off the back for no reason. Get a check like Nike, this ain't no Adidas. They love me in New York, they treat me like I'm Jared Jeter. From the corner, get a sack, there Reeves. Niggas always fucking off the back for no reason. Get a check like Nike, this ain't no Adidas. They love me in New York, they treat me like I'm Jared Jeter.
All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in.
I'm going to give you my number one tip to get over a breakup, and that is going to be
Pamela?
going to therapy. Going to therapy helped me so
Everybody
much.
for tuning in once again. Like I was saying, this is episode 2 of the book reading, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. So, like I said, if you missed episode 1, it's on the channel. You're welcome to go back and check out episode 1. I think we read maybe 2 or 3 chapters out of the book. We just started the book, so I'm gonna get right into it. I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time. You know, time is valuable. So we're on chapter 3 right now. Chapter 3 is called Adulthood, Single and Married. So basically what the book is trying to get you to understand, get you to understand why black women act the way they act, or why they conditioned to the way they are. And like I said, I also have the second book, and it's called The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. So after we finish this book, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna jump right into the next book, but I'm trying to get right to it once I finish this book. So to keep the people going, I don't want you to think this is nothing to do with bashing black women. This is a woman author that wrote this book, so don't be uncomfortable with me just reading the book. These are not my words. These are not my feelings. This is a black woman that wrote this book. So with that said, we're going to start off on chapter 3, Adulthood, Single and Married. As a black woman grows and develops intellectually, she eventually lands in a spot that her practice leads her to. There are several levels of black womanhood that she can strive for. Each level of lifestyle choice is predicted solely on her desire. What she knows or earns is the result of how she has been raised and what she's willing to settle for in life. The higher her goals, the more sophisticated she is. Increased knowledge always expands the desire, be they material, sexual, or otherwise. The black woman is not exempt from these rules. She is often a victim of them due to being such a displaced female. The black man must be aware of the various types of black women available to him. His selection must be based upon his own individual needs. It is entirely possible that some of the traits of the black woman in their retrospective categories overlap. It has been proven that the black man is capable of taking a woman and making her beautiful, intelligent, and wise. She is not able to create the same effect by herself. She will have one of the three or two of the three, but she cannot achieve beauty, intelligence, and wisdom alone. The black man is her catalyst. Without his spark of life, the light she does not bloom. Blooming is quite different from having a good paying job or a high class education. Each of the black women discussed during the next few pages can be taught to bloom. Risking the threat of being further charged with overgeneralization of group stereotyping and following list describes three basic types of black women. They are dissimilar only in the depth of their own problematic behavior. All are infected with the historic disease of cultural negligence. They believe themselves to be living in the right life. They believe themselves to be living the right life, the one that only is the lifestyle available to them in this country setting, which most of them believe is the best place on earth. Far be it from their consideration to take steps to improve their psychological conditions because they ironically don't know that they are out of sync with their natural role in the universe. Even though across the board they are not happy, the lives they live make sense to them because they have not been taught of any other kind that will provide them happiness. Historically, the black woman has had access to lifestyle choices not offered to the black man, and he is not tolerated in showing moodiness, fickleness, or pettiness. Emotional personality traits are indigenous to the black female gender. To describe these separate groups of black women, to use language may seem derogatory or insulting. It is not meant to be that way. The special language is ethically specific and recognizable to the learned and unlearned black man. The terminology is not meant to be humorous either. There are no age limitations on the characteristics of these women. The three types are predictably the lower grade, the average, and the high class. So this is one is the lower grade black woman, well, the low life black woman. That's the one we're going to read. The low life black woman. This black woman may have been subjected to multiple generational poverty, illiteracy, and shame as a child. She works on the lowest rung of employment due not to being properly educated. She dresses in an expensive Kmart type styles, and her face is greasy for wearing too much cheap makeup. Her hair will always be greasy, perhaps have a few specks of lint and maybe plastered down around her face in an unsuccessfully attempt to create curls or the baby hair look. She may sport a raggedy ponytail with the child's bow rat or rubber band. Bathing is not important. Her bra strap may be great from non-washing. She may wear her panties 2 or 3 days straight without changing them, or wear none at all. She drinks alcohol to the point of intoxication and curse loud in public, real loud. She hangs around weekly in common local corner bars and goes out with strange men who she fights with regularly. She may have a main black man who she fights with at will. She has battle scars on her face, neck, arms, and hands from warring with the men and women in her neighborhood or nightclubs. She goes along easily with immoral dares and relates aggressively to her neighbors. She does not read the newspaper and uses drugs when they are available. If she does not work, she is on the public dole, welfare. She may dress her child or children in the latest styles and will spend all of her welfare check on clothes and partying. She views each check day as heaven on earth, a short-lived time when she is purchasing power to feed her tepid wishes. She may have a gold tooth or a few teeth missing. Her nails are conceivably chipped or broken. Her posture is that of a toad. She may be overweight, an over-average breather with a protruding pot gut. She comfortably wears run-over shoes. Her heels may be dirty and crusty. She borrows money and food from her neighbors. She uses deodorant occasionally and is overly impressed with fancy-dressed black men in big flashy cars with lots of gold. She is materialistic on a small scale and does not like to stay indoors. Even on cold winter nights, she can be seen roaming the streets or going back and forth to an after-hour joint. Shout out Taco Tuesday, Big Fresh. Appreciate y'all tapping in. She is not ashamed of her conditions or predicament and appears to be quite satisfied during her sterile, non-productive days. Her time is made up of gossiping with her neighborhood cronies, looking at television, wish shopping in nearby malls, yelling at her children, not keeping up with her children, and walking back and forth to the corner store. She shops above her means, has no plans to change, and attempts to use the black man available to fingle him out of money, drinks, or car rides. She has no idea to do with a black man herself, and she does not fantasize about a better life. She is looked upon as a shameful in civilized society and is considered a savage. She often hates the black woman and the higher social classes and consider them conceited. Her world of thought is very, very small. Her ideas are very simplified, and she speaks the language of flat, abbreviated terms full of mispronunciations and wrong tense. She does not know any better and does not think she is capable of learning any better. She is in a pitiful state of condition, and if she has any dreams at all, they are a black man rescuing her from her status. She is also inclined to respond to the advances of white men looking for a good time. She may sprinkle herself with cheap perfume profusely. If a black woman on the level is involved with drugs or abuse, alcohol, she becomes a dreg of society and a corrupt mother. Men do not matter to her at all on that level unless they can provide her with money or contraband. This group requires no further discussion other than this black woman must be cleaned up, and returned to her proper state of existence, a civilized woman. So that was number one, the lower grade woman. So now we're going to move on to number two, the average woman. The average. This black woman is an enigma somewhat. She surfaces as a steady employee, enjoys weddings and birthdays, and may make big preparations for both. She is neat, probably goes to church regularly, fix her hair nicely, and speak coherently. She is at least a high school graduate and may have some college or special vocational training. She is not overly ambitious, but is active participant in life and enjoys many things. She is fairly clean and will celebrate and participate in festivals and festivities with a zest. She is thoughtful, mannerable, and knows how to meet people. She is proud of her level of sophistication and may party occasionally. Her behavior with the black man is routine in the experiences. A more controlled form of suspicion, doubt, and fear. She may be shy by comparison to the black woman in the first category, but does not tend to make her likes or dislikes known. She is not always talkative and can and can best be found and examined in general office duty jobs. She is a step or two higher than menial jobs and could be referred to as a corny. She does not routinely abuse drugs, although she might get high every once in a while. Alcohol is her vice of choice. She is capable of consenting to marriage for the perceived security and impress her friends and family. She remains content to work from 9 to 5 weekly, and will see her steady BU on weekends or remain focused on her own priorities. She dances at the nicer bistros. She is easier to get along with than number one. Her most vicious reactions are brought on by jealous or being jilted. Her fantasies of what a relationship should be like pattern right off television or from True Confession magazine. She is a traditional in her activities as American apple pie. She does not ask deep questions and is content to go along with the status quo. Her faith is important to her, and she mentioned that the good Lord when discussing certain topics. She is attracted to the lower class or upstanding black men who are gainfully employed in the workforce. She may visit the fast lane, but she is most comfortable shopping at Leonard and cooking collard greens for dinner. She has a few secrets, but most of them are trite. She is not necessarily she's not necessarily an innovator. She is more of a follower. She enjoys the Jerry curl look and fancy outlandish hairstyle. She spends of what she has on clothes. She might have a little car, is anxious to meet men, and exaggerate about her capabilities and accomplishments. She tries to be entertaining and clever when she is with her man. She is a Malabal. That was number two. Now we're gonna read number three, the high class. This one is a smart, possibly raging beauty, sexy, sexy, sexy. This black woman in this category are the most difficult to reach and train. She is confident, intelligent, attractive, at least by good quality standards, and wears the finest clothes, has a high priced, well paying position, and prides herself on being state of the art aware. Reads books, looks at educational television, and has a college degree of some sort. She goes to church sometime, may do volunteer work, and has a definite political party she's aligned with, and may contribute heavily to special social causes if they appeal to her. She is a member of the Ritzy Club and has some nice jewelry, wears expensive popular perfume, and is very opinionated to a fault. Her alma mater is important to her. She is amused by spectator sports, especially football, and may play tennis or bowl. She curses more in private than in public. Likes to let her hair down with the girls and consider herself a prize. She may be an entrepreneur. She may snort a little coke or take a few puffs of reefer, but she rarely gets so out of control that she forgets her community standing and professionalism responsibilities. She is familiar with the intricate banking system, has a retirement plan, possibly stock in a money market. She has an American Express card and travels. She likes LA, the Bahamas, Europe, and possibly Africa. She may frequent the health spa and buy expensive gifts for her man and friends. She drives a nice car, maybe a BMW or some other snazzy sports car. She may live a bit above her means, but manage to juggle her finances to get what she wants. She is very headstrong and delights in demonstrating to the black man her wealth and vast knowledge in a variety of things. She is the modern girlfriend, believes she is completely self-sufficient and is not particularly interested in keeping house, cooking dinner every night, or treating the black man with special accord. She is in favor of independence and boasts of doing things for herself and thinks that the black man should do likewise. She performs beautifully in front of strangers or company, makes a good impression and exudes sex at will. She is greatly influenced by her peers or others whom she deems as pace setters. She adopts popular trends and attitudes about the dating or marriage, which she gleans from magazine news programs or newspapers. She becomes ferocious when she thinks her man is playing around on her and will fight viciously to the end to prove that the black man wrong because she is so concerned about the public opinion and what they think she would customary as a black deal with a black man whom she is not particularly interested in, just to have an escort on her arm. She is a rat who behaves like a dog while purring like a cat. She is moody, disagreeable to live with in peace. If things don't go her way, she believes her specialized knowledge from her occupations qualify her to be equal or superior to the black man. She will tolerate a black man as long as he fits her idea of what he should look like, dress like, work like, and act like. The number three black woman is the insecure wad of knots that she hides behind all of her good education, fine wardrobe, shapely body, and saving account. Shout out Jones Boy. These explanations of the three major types of black women are not all inclusive. Some of their patterns overlap, but these descriptions give a good perception of what is available. There's another category of black women who are available. They are the prestige black woman who dresses in African traditional garb. They wear brightly colored head wraps and sandals, bold African jewelry, and have dreadlocks, more commonly called dreads. They may also have a ring in their nose, possibly several holes in their ears, and they wear layers and layers of fabric wrapped like a sarong around their bodies, often with no bra or underwear. They may also wear a heavy Latin head wrap twisted in several attractive styles. Some of them are clean and beautiful, others are not. From a distance, it's hard to tell. These black women portray a costume that implies they are not with the Western ideas of dress and give the impression by their wardrobe that they represent unknown African culture and the very roots of the black woman from the homeland. The impression they wish to convey is that they are in disagreement with the European society and that they want no part of Americanism and bravely foster the idea of back in the day. On closer examination, the black man will find the brightly colored garments are only external facade. And when examined up close, the outfits may be soiled and the woman will have a foul body odor reeking from under her arms. Her feet may be ashy and callous, and her skin is uncared for. Her unique hairstyle, her dreads smell. It is impossible for dreads not to have an offensive odor. Hair breeds bacteria, and black hair that is not washed regularly, parted, scalped, oil, and conditioned becomes matted because it cannot breathe, so it stinks. The actual major benefit of a black woman who wears dreads is that she does not have to take proper care of her hair. No matter what kind of African science she expunges, she is just lazy and has found a way to practice her laziness in the name of being cultural. Man, this lady kind of going off, man. Making me kind of feel uncomfortable a little bit. But even reading it. She may also claim to be living in some kind of primitive existence when she survives with a few civilized conveniences as possible. This means that the gas, electric, or water may be off in her home. She might bed down each night on the hard floor or on a pallet and claims to be a vegetarian, only to eat health food or spew some other specialized diet that matches her outfit and hairstyle. Her religious views are complicated and confusing. Her home is filled with African statues, African print fabrics, red, black, green symbols, and colors associated with the African continent. She may smoke reefer. If the black man questions her about her reasoning behind wearing the dreads, he will find that these sisters who may dress and look alike do not have an unified main doctrine or creed they believe in. Most of them have a different explanation and belief about why they are involved in this particular unwholesome lifestyle. This group of natural-looking sisters practice the same deceit and mockery of the black man behind his back as much as the black woman with her permed hair or a jerry curl. Her values may even be considered more uncivilized because she is living on a very low level of existence by choice. If she is in rebellion, it is only against herself. She also does not teach her children proper table manners or personal hygiene. They are all witnessed to be badly dressed and in need of a haircut or hair combing and have no knowledge as to why their black mother insists that they wear dreads. These black children are shown by example that it is acceptable to live in squalor and go without conventional convenience that make for a clean home environment. The sisters who propagate this kind of life is most happy when she can find a black man who would go along with all her alleged cultural statements and who agrees with her deplorable living conditions in the name of rejecting American lifestyle. These black women should realize that there are no histories of black women who dress and live like she does, who represent the pinnacle of refined and admired black womanhood. The fact that she has no logical explanation as to why she is wearing her hair that way or living that way is another hint that she is confused and has only found a way to be flashy, distinguishable, and impact her presence on onlookers. It is impossible to represent the original queenly black woman by living in filth and not using deodorant. The black woman thinks that by neglecting her personal hygiene, she is making an impression of originality. Be aware that the only statement she is making is that she is nasty and too lazy to take care of herself and her children. So obviously, she will have no interest in trying to help a black man take care of himself. Dirty is dirty. Make no mistake about it. The other black woman who sport the dreads have no idea as to why they are wearing them, other than they get a lot of attention and have just adopted this hairstyle because it is popular and relieves them from going to the hairdresser. Her idea is to appear to be a black or natural. This black woman is very much in favor of being different to the point of fault. She doesn't know that sometimes being different means one has to look ridiculous or outlandish. There were many levels of lifestyles in Africa too, and the tribes whose women wore dreadlocks represent one of the smaller lower tribal classes of custom. There are much more higher standards of behavior, and the black woman can emulate. My bad, I'm reading kind of fast. If the studies of the black woman go over 6,000 years ago, her imagination of what a married life is like, most of the black women ideas concerning a happy home is derived from television, paperbacks, and fairy tales read to her when she was a child. She believes strongly in the so-called American dream of marriage, a house, a husband whistling off to work, exciting, trouble-free days, vacations, a two-car garage sheltering, a Mercedes or Jaguar, candlelight dinner, out often, fantastic sex, wardrobe, and popular friends with her man right by her side. He'll show her special consideration, support her every aim, adjust his personal wishes to match hers, be non-demanding, heap beautiful gifts upon her, flowers, escort her to elegant affairs, constantly assure her of his undying love, and never look at another woman again. And he'll be home happy with her every night. What a dream. What a crop. This dream is destined to turn into a probable nightmare. Even if the black man is able to do all the above, except be home every night, she will wail as if the world is ending. The black woman is a rock like the earth. The black woman is a rock like the earth, and she longs to settle down. The black man is an exploring bird and has to soar. He's out there. Black women see marriage as a way to finally own her black man. It's not enough that the black man has been forced to be a slave with the white man for 400 years. Now the black woman wants him to voluntarily enter into a new type of slavery, one she claims is laced with love, called marriage. As long as the black man stays right beside the black woman and is able to account for his every move and provide an acceptable explanation for every moment spent away from her, she is at ease. No black man can pass this kind of test. The black man is not even interested in passing this kind of test. He wants to be free, not free from responsibility and commitment, but freedom of motion. He's got to go. If the black man starts out hanging around with the black woman every night, every weekend, calling every day, all day, reporting his whereabouts, explaining his absence, and so forth, he will be in for big problems. The black woman is conditioned to dealing on one level with everything. So if the black man values his freedom of motion, he must not spend every waking moment sniffing behind his woman, because after a while she grows accustomed to this kind of company and will bellow loudly when things change and go back to normal. Marriage is not a club. The leading member does not have to be present every moment for the other member to benefit from his instructions of alliance. Plus, in order to continue to learn and secure information to benefit his family, the black man must go out into the world and check out every aspect of his pertains to his existence. He must do this to stay abreast of changing times, worldly activities, and trends. He is not remembered as staying in the house, the hut, the tent, the teepee. It is his earth, his universe, and his decision about when he wants to stay in the house at home with a black woman. Any black man who is living under a hassle from the black woman because she does not like him being away from home would not have peace with her. The black man must seek, maintain, and insist upon his freedom of motion. The black woman thinks that every time the black man is absent and unaccounted for, that he's with another woman. That's crazy because they do be thinking that. The black man has more interest in life than just running from one black woman to another. At least he should have more interest in that. The black woman must be taught to use her mind in other ways to discover other needed ideas than to just sit at home imagining all kinds of negative occurrences every time the black man leaves the house. If she would work harder to make his home heaven, he might want to stay there longer. A black woman / wife with a sense of humor is worth her weight in gold. With a sense of humor and ability to laugh at mistakes, laugh at embarrassing situations, and laugh at fear when it is discovered to be unfounded is one of the best attributes the black woman can have. She will have to be coached out of the phonies and seriousness sometimes so she can laugh and release her tension about life. The black woman must be taught the value of greeting her man with a smile. She is a sourpuss and takes everything so seriously that she robs herself of the pleasure and entertainment of daily living. She gets uptight if a certain thought passes through her mind, and she may suddenly change. The black man will have no idea what caused her to change her mood. Each day when the black man enters the presence of the black woman, he does so with caution because he is not sure what he will meet. He is not sure if it will be happiness, sadness, anger, violence, or neutrality. She is not consistent. She is, in fact, consistently inconsistent. It requires a lot of attention from the black man for him to keep up with her many moods. It is hard work and work that most black men do not have time for. The black woman's moodiness is another way she has of controlling the black man. If she can keep him entwined with dealing with her various moods, she can keep his attention soon. Soon the black man learns to recognize the black woman's various moods, and when he sees her blowing the air, he gets out the way. When a black woman is angry, she pollutes the atmosphere of the black man. When asked what's wrong, she replies nothing. It's an outright lie. That's designed to intrigue the black man to spending time trying to figure out what's wrong. A lot of life can be used up this way. Life that could be spent grooving. There was a time when the black woman planned to marry so she could stay home, raise children, and set up housekeeping. Today, the reverse applies. Few black women are willing to give up their career goals to marry, settle down, and raise a house full of black children. On the surface, this may appear to be modernized high intelligence and her innocent desire to achieve occupational goals. But we know better. The black woman sees all around her black children with problems and the product of unhappy marriages, unions. She sees children from the best of backgrounds with attentive parents go astray, disobedient and disrupted children on drugs in prison or pregnant and on the street. She sees what she views as a hopeless situation that obviously is not controlled by parental strictness or chastisement. She is not eager to attempt to raise children on her own. It is too much trouble. Another obstacle she confronted with is that she does not know of any different type of program to use to raise her own children that would make them a success. What she knows or just doesn't seem to work. She is not aware of any system with a low failure rate or one that she knows of that will require her to make drastic changes in her own behavior, so she rejects those. The idea of taking on the child rearing hassle is repugnant to her. Since fear is the major emotion she has learned, she reacts to the child rearing in the same way. Of course, instead of admitting that this is the black man and seeking guidance, she claims she just don't want children because they would interrupt her lifestyle and interfere with her independence. Plus, she thinks that when she gets pregnant, the black man will not want her anymore because she will be fat, having swollen feet, morning sicknesses, or lose her shape. The black woman is convinced that the black man only wants her for her fine body or pretty face. During pregnancy, the fear of abandonment is fierce. Additionally, she also realizes that once she is pregnant, it will slow her down from keeping up with the black man. And after she has the baby, she will be out of commission for an indefinite amount of time and will have the responsibility of a squalling brat from now on. All of this represents work she does not want to do and a distraction from playing the game with the black man. She fears that the time her man will lose interest in her and seek out the company of another woman who is free of the ties of small children. Of course, this is not true, but this seems to be how she looks at it. After childbirth, she may become a little more ashamed of her body. While the black man is known to prance around nude comfortably, the black woman is more hesitant to be stark naked, represents a freedom of the black man. Of course, some modesty is preferred over brassiness. The black woman has been programmed visually by the media to expect the reflection in the mirror to match those portrayed by the sleek white and black female models who have the beneficial touch of photographic airbrush to smooth out their natural images. Routinely, there is usually one part of the black woman's body that she absolutely hates. It may be her legs, it may be her ankles, her toes, her stomach, her neck, chin, her breast, her nose, her hands, eyes, ears, knees, thighs, or buttocks. She never forgets whatever she decides her physical defect is, and her style of dressing will reflect her attempts to cover it up. When naked, she is embarrassed about having a small breast, ferocious veins, sagging breast, stretch marks, thin legs, a fleshy stomach, or a flat behind. See these as natural body differences as a turnoff. The human body. When inhibited by all different personalities, the ideas it represents always come with a very indifferently shaped components. There is no universal ruling that states any one design is better than the other. than another. The black woman secretly wants to be a clone of the white woman and patterns her standards of form and beauty after her. The white man has always photographed his woman in the clothing and in the body shape the way he likes and what he wants to be. No one has ever asked a black man to draw and take a picture of what he wants his black woman to be. Nor has the black man ever expressed a collective definite opinion of description of a particular physical mode of what a black woman must look like for him to consider her beautiful. The black woman does not know that the black man thinks all black women are theoretically beautiful. Certainly, a black woman who is in agreement or submission to her black man is beautiful. Her facial expression is different. She has a glowing look of recognition. Her facial expression is different. She has a glowing look of resignation of peace from being in her place. And her place is a good place, a place of honor and enjoyment of life. She receives respect and protection by her man. It comes with the territory, and she is satisfied, and so is he. Black women do not know what satisfaction in life is. They think that peace is not having to worry about money. They do not consider having peace with the black man as something that would bring satisfaction to the life or their relationship. It's an important section of their lives which needs improvement. It just doesn't occur to her. When she considers what it would take for her to be at ease with the black man, she thinks of all the changes she wants him to make to get in line with her idea. She is not very negotiable about making any changes in self. She cannot see how her own behavior problems contribute to her problems because she thinks that whatever she says or does is absolutely correct. There are certain qualities some black women have that are a sign to the black man that women is good, that the women is good material to try to make it into a wife or a mother. All black women are certainly capable of having the basic nature to become a good woman to the black man, but he must delve into her personality and perform several in-depth interviews if he is considered her for companionship, a live-in or marital relationship. Certainly, certainly the consideration to be made should not be limited or to based on sex alone. Sexologists report that the total time men spend reaching climax ejaculating is approximately 2.5 to 3 hours, a little over 10,000 seconds in the entire lifetime. Obviously, compared to the years, days, and nights, and all the life contests, the good times and the bad, mere sexual satisfaction cannot be the motivating factor when choosing a black woman for a mate. The propaganda of the black nation to ensure its premises and longevity must have a priority over the temporary thrill emitted from the loins. As said, any black woman can be transformed into a good wife and mother, but the job is more difficult in some and then others. How much time and force the black man has to expend to create him a woman is dependent upon the level of understanding the black woman has. Nothing is impossible, but some things do take longer than others. The black man must treat the black woman right and make her treat him right. That's a long ass chapter. God damn it. My bad. Yeah, it's a long ass chapter. Been reading for 6 years. All right. The black woman's problems represent challenge and a responsibility. The challenge is to subdue her and to put her in her rightful place. And the responsibility is to rule the black woman in being in charge of her civil and loving way. He must give her what she needs, which is quite different from what she wants. A good black woman does not come ready-made. The following hints are signs that a black woman will possibly make a good wife to the black man. She is attentive and a good listener. She enjoys going partying but has an equal good time at home. She will have a strong spiritual commitment that helps her distinguish between right and wrong. She will be partially modest in her style of dress. She will like babies and children and include them in her life. She enjoys cooking and preparing special meals or treats for the black man. She will respect her parents, his parents, and other people. She has good personal hygiene. She does not wear a ton of makeup. She is proud of her man and claims him no matter who is present. She keeps her house at least halfway clean. She is not a flagrant spender and almost manages her money. She is trustful and freely expresses her sexuality and desires when in private with her man. She shares voluntary and offers help when she can. She does not hold grudges too long and will apologize when wrong. She will go out of her way to do special things for the black man. She will speak good of him when he is not around. She will defend against his verbal attacks from others. She does not show out or curse loudly in public. She smiles when she meets him. She smiles when she meets him. She controls her anger, does not go wild when angry. She will take instructions on some things without being combative. She is respectful of the black man in general. The black woman who chooses to marry to have a home, security, and company, but do not wish to have continued regular intimacy with the black man have amazing work. Black men have an amazing worked out a lifestyle where they live with the black man in the same household but do not have sex with him. They choose the perfect opportunities to implement this program, such as immediately after she had some type of operation on her or a baby, after or during some heavy emotional trauma, after an accident of some sort, or a back problem, by claiming the intercourse is too painful. The black woman, counting on the black man's ignorance of certain female medical problems, will use these illness, real or imagined, to deny the black man's sex. She will often talk to her friends and take their advice and old wild tales and make up a lot of other flimsy excuses and exaggerate her symptoms to defend, prove, and justify her denial. Some black women do not enjoy sex after marriage or hate the thought of it after having children, while perform all of the other wifely duties except having sexual intercourse. This marital agreement to live out the marriage without sex is strangely accepted by some black men. The women who practice this forgery ignore it and pretend they do not mind their husbands seeking sexual gratification somewhere else. It seems, while weird to others, who knows of the situation, worse if both parties agree. Sometimes they sleep in the same bed or separate beds or separate rooms. They share a home, bills, children, and other family activities, but there is no sex. They are committed to love each other. This is black man smoldering with the neglect of disappointment, seeks physical attention elsewhere. In other not so drastic couplings, the woman will just pretend she is on a period, complain of a severe headache or weariness, play like they're asleep, wait until the man goes to sleep before getting in bed, wear bulky hair rollers and cold cream on her face, or if forced, they will consent, but just lie there and be non-participant. Crazy, man. In the act at all of this is done to discourage the black man from approaching her for sex. As a last resort, they may make him beg for it and still say no. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous situation for the black man to tolerate. Some of the black women brag to each other about the tricks they employ to get or having sex with their men. It is often a big joke among them about how to mask these maneuvers. Oddly enough, the black woman who do think is normal and necessary, they are all full of contradictions. Since the full indoctrination of the women's rights movement, some black women have commenced to refusing to give up their maiden names to accept their husband name after marriage. They adopt titles like Martha Jean Williams Smith, MJ Williams Smith. They are referred to as Mrs. Williams Smith. This is not their own idea, and is also another statement to demonstrate to the black husband that they are refusing to give up their family name and accept his as a tribal leader. They are exerting their individuality. This is considered modern goose. This is considered modern goose. It is also a public reminder to the black man that he does not own her. The system is especially popular among the so-called professional or corporate women. They believe they must maintain separate identity in order to get credit for what they do. All right, remember my bad. I had to pause for a second. Doing whatever kind of marriage relationship black woman there will. Sometimes black woman feels compelled to assert herself. Doing whatever kind of marriage or relationship the black woman managed to have with the black man managed to have with the black woman, there will come times when the black woman feels compelled to assert herself about particular issues. They refer to this as "I got him told." Black women admire and congratulate each other when they get the black man told. It usually comes in the midst of one of these "I'm sick and tired of your bullshit" conversations. Many times a black woman will listen to other women renditions of getting the black man told and then go home and try it out on their own husbands or men. If he goes along with it, she is confirmed in her position, and if she is convinced that if she presents it right, she can have her way about anything. Black women tend to think that the black man's cooperation or agreement with her idea is a sign of weakness, or if they really are tripping, they think he goes along because he's just crazy in love with her. Every once in a while, a rebellious American black woman will marry a man from one of the African nations of the Middle East. Miraculously, she treats him like a king. She alters her wardrobe, dyed hair, and other to make sure she is in line with his requirements. She has been known to try her Western rap on the African and found that the way she is used to treating the black man is unacceptable to the African. It will not be tolerated. The African man does not reign over the American black man. He is not better looking, and the African man is not more intelligent. The African man, the African just has another idea, so he functions on that. His idea, with, which is incorporated into all his activity, is that he is the boss and the woman must do as he says. He does not deal with any doubt about it. He is firm and confident and at ease in the idea that he has the authority and superiority over his woman. By dealing out by dealing out of the mindset, he is able to be successful with the American black woman. Her gains and her silliness does not work on him. She knows that the African knows better, and she knows that he is right even if the match fails. It is not true that when opposites attract, they are able to live in peace and harmony. Peace and success comes from two people who are very much alike, people who are attracted based on similar needs and ideas. If the black man woman disagrees with him on his basic principles concerning lifestyle priorities and goals, he will not be happy in his relationship with her. The black man takes a big risk and a time-consuming chance by assuming that he will be able to sway her to his way of thinking as time goes by. At first, the differences may seem amusing and or challenging, but as the seriousness of life prevails, he will find that it is no fun being with a woman who disagrees with him. There is no unity in that kind of match. Things are only right to a certain extent. So there will be some issues throughout the life cycle that will have to be compromised. But the risk can be minimized by interviewing the black woman about her own ideas and finding out what she thinks, why she thinks the way she does. The black man must not be impressed with all the initial behavior presentations of the black woman when he first meets her. During the heated period of getting to know each other, the black woman will pretend that anything the black man says or does is okay. Yet later, when familiar sets in, she will present the real deal that she lied about and explain fully why she doesn't feel that way at all. With a fever, love does not conquer all, and love does not make everything turn out all right. No matter how hot the passion, no matter how good the black woman looks or what she has. If she is not on her black man's side and supportive of him, then she is not his woman. The black man can tell which woman is his by the way she submits to his ideas and instructions, and by the way she works to make him happy. His black woman should take the position that is his success is her success, their success, and work as a team. The particular type of marriage practice in America does not have a good success rate. It is reported that only 1 in 4 marriages actually work in the terms of longevity and happiness. These are the same odds at the blackjack table in Las Vegas. 1 in 4 most people lose. The reason why American marriage between black men and black women fail is threefold. Hypocrisy. Neither the black man or the black woman are able to live up to the European rules and expectations of marriage, since neither party is able to successfully obey the rules, yet spend their lives pretending to the union is doomed by hypocrisy. Both pretend to do what they know full well against their nature. Dishonesty. The black man, because of the uncompromising rules of monogamy, is forced to lie to his wife because if he tells her the truth, it will put his home in hell and jeopardize his peace. His dishonesty is rooted in his not wanting to admit publicly that he cannot and will not pay the marital agreement by the current rules. Disenchantment. The black woman mainly suffers from disappointment and dissatisfaction when her unrealistic dreams of marriage are shattered. She has been taught to expect the impossible, and when it does not materialize, she becomes despondent, and her disenchantment colors every aspect of her marriage. It does not turn out the way she imagined that it should be. Well, with that said, we're going to stop right there, and we'll continue tomorrow. And this is still, man, it's a long chapter. I don't even want to finish the chapter. It's so damn long. This is still, shit. Excuse me, sorry, y'all. This is still chapter 3, and I don't read 18 pages. Chapter, I don't read, 17 pages, and this is chapter 3, man. So I want to thank everybody for stopping in and tuning in. Big Fresh, Jones Boy, Trillion Cuts, Eva, Tacos Before Vatos, Pamela. Appreciate all y'all tapping in, man. Before we get out of here, I always like to play the same song that I always started off with. And then after I play the song, I just close it off with a little, a little word. And then we'll be through. But with that said, we're gonna run this video, put this video on repeat real quick, and then we'll be gone.
I was pumped right then. Okay, I felt the blues back then. Street pains right now.
Hey, yo, foreigner, you crazy for this
Let's
one.
go. Yo, the bang. From the corner, get a sack, there Reeves. Niggas always fucking out the back for no reason. Get a check like Nike, this ain't no Adidas. They love me in New York, they treat me like I'm Jared Jeter. From the corner, get a sack, there Reeves. Niggas always fucking out the back for no reason. Get a check like Nike, this ain't no Adidas. They love me in New York, they treat me like I'm Jared Jeter. Niggas out here scared to get a sack, will it be me? Everybody know I play with Rack, Venus, Serena. Think my Mason bitch, I nicknamed her Selena. If I shoot my shot, I don't miss Gilbert Arenas. Niggas know they ain't seeing me, John Cena. From the corner, get a sack, nigga, Derek Reeves. Niggas always fucking off the back for no reason. If the laws get behind this bitch, and I'ma leave 'em. Get a check like Nike, but this ain't no Adidas. They love me in New York, they treat me like I'm Derek Jeter. Cross a nigga over, I'm Jimmy Butler with this heater. Niggas know I keep a Drew Brees, that's a Nina. Fucking like I brought my bitch a brand new Beamer. My pop still riding old school Catalina. From the corner, get a sack, there Reeves. Niggas always fucking out the back for no reason. Get a check like Nike, this ain't no Adidas. They love me in New York, they treat me like I'm Jared Jeter. From the corner, get a sack, there Reeves. Niggas always fucking out the back for no reason. Get a check like Nike, this ain't no Adidas. They love me in New York, they treat me like I'm Jared Jeter.
Yeah. So once again, thank everybody for tuning in. That was episode 2. If you missed episode 1, you're welcome to go back and watch it. I'd rather you go back and watch it so you know what's going on. Tomorrow we'll do episode 3 and pick up where we left off. With that said, I just want to thank everybody for coming through. I want to give praises to the Most High for keeping me safe, keeping y'all safe, watching over y'all family, my friends, watching over our enemies. And just thank him for waking all of us up every morning to be able to tap in with each other, and just giving us the breath of fresh air, man, because the breath of fresh air, some people don't get it every morning. So we're highly favored and chosen because we wake up every morning. So that means we must be on the right path for something in life because he keep waking us up. So y'all have a blessed day. Thank y'all for tapping in. Salute.